Oh, right, we are, yeah. Hello, everyone,
Yeah.
and welcome to Out of Nowhere. Well, I'll give you an update on my hip. It's this Friday coming, the 17th of January. It's been cancelled 4 times now. Clairvoyant, Tarot Angel Card Reader, and also teacher development classes.
You're breaking up very, very badly, Robert.
Hello
Bob,
there, Janet.
you're breaking
How
up badly.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Back on again now. All being well, it should be fine. Should be no disruptions at all tonight.
It's breaking up badly.
It's just one of those bloody things tonight. I don't know why it's doing it. And
Uh,
your connection is extremely poor tonight. Maybe turn off and reconnect. I have done problems with. I've had it turned off, on again, backwards, forwards. Oh God, it's one of them nights.
my
I'm gonna have to
television
get in
doesn't.
touch with them again.
No, my television's not working tonight. I think it's atmospheric pressures. So we've had to use DVDs tonight instead of watching telly because the television's in and out and it's not working. So I think it's atmospheric. It's a good job we're not doing brain surgery.
Bob. Mason's in chat room. He just said, probably those bloody UFO. You know, I've messed about with internet. I pulled all plugs out of internet tonight, shoved them all back in again. Let's see if we can get in now. Can you hear me?
It's in and out, Bob. It's very bad.
Janet, can you hear me?
It's on and off. You're in and out. It's. I can only hear parts
Hello?
of sentences.
That's so strange as well. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Let's see if I can do without them. Wait a minute. Right. Just let me turn these speakers up. Put them up to.
Chat. Yeah, no. In the show. No. Connect. Cancel. Come on. Oh, go away then.
Janet back on now and get me back on because the internet's working for some unknown reason.
It's you're breaking up badly,
Hello.
Bob. You're breaking up badly. It don't matter how much you shout.
Janet, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Bob, now, but you are breaking up something chronic. So can you hear me?
What about if I speak to you now?
You don't need to shout. It's breaking up. So we're getting part. Can't even speak now. You're getting part sentences, but not a lot.
I don't know why.
So that's atmospheric.
Okay.
Thanks, Rebecca. At least it's funny. On the amateur radio section, we'd have called it a lift, which will be good for amateur radios, but for people like doing this sort of thing, it's not good. But as I say, we can hear you sometimes, Bob, but not a lot.
Hello, are you there, Mother?
Yeah, we're here, but you're in and out. You keep your picture keeps freezing.
Hello, hello. Are you there? Hobby Square.
You're still in and out, Bob. Can everybody hear me okay? Is my connection good? Can you just put it up on the chats, please? Anybody?
I can hear you. All right.
Right. Okay.
It's just
It's
but
just
the internet
Thanks
goes
everybody for putting that up. Do you want me to just take
off.
it, Bob?
It goes down to one bar.
Mm.
So there's something happening out there tonight. What's doing us both in, really. Just can't get out.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I think it's atmospheric, but I don't know. Thanks for that, everybody. Bob's just gone, as you can tell, for a little bit. So what I'll do, I'll just take control a little bit, if that's okay by everybody. And sorry about that, Bob, but it's the way of it. So yeah, thanks for that. This is part of life at the moment, is getting everybody happy and making everybody laugh, and I'm glad that we can do tonight. We certainly need a laugh in the world. So yeah, probably so. Right, so what I'm going to do, does anybody want a quick message from Spirit? Because that's what I'm kind of good at. So if you want to just if anybody wants one, presumably, you know, you want a message somebody. So so what I'll do is I'll just take this, and I'll just yeah, okay. Right then, so what I'm going to do is just go to Stargazer. That's a lovely address, Stargazer. So thank you for coming in. So I'm just gonna give messages, because that's what we're good at, and that's what I'm here to do. So why not? So Stargazer, I have got a lovely lady in spirit, and I do believe she's I feel as though she's on a grandma's side, and she's just coming in, and she's giving me the noodles, the sign for noodles. I don't know who eats a lot of noodles, Stargazer, but I've got this going on, and it's a bit of fun. But I do feel as though you need to be doing something else with your hands, and I feel as though you need to get on with some work of some description. Because she's just saying she used to be good at, like, I don't know what's she doing here. I feel as though she liked potting plants, and she liked her greenery, because she's here in a shed popping plants, and like nursery conditions, and she's just bringing them on, and she's saying to you, this is Stargazer, to know that you're bringing things on. So just don't worry too much about the conditions. Just know that you're coming on, and it's as though this lady in spirit is lovely, and she's just giving you all the new nutrients that she possibly can, and she's just giving you a big boost, because I feel as though you've been quite down. So she's just kind of watering you and giving you a bit of if I say plant food, you'll know what I mean. And she's just saying you're getting there. So please just give yourself a pat on the back instead of criticizing yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back and say thank you so much, because she's helping you grow, and I feel as though you're actually finding that you feel as though you're getting somewhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and don't forget, this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. There's no guarantees.
I think it's not letting me even go to it.
So I'm just gonna, so this is the death card. There you go, which doesn't mean anything about death. Actually, it means the opposite, because this is the ending of something and the starting of something new. And this is where the seeds come in, and this is your new growth. So, Stargazer, I hope that made sense to you. And thank you so much for being there, and thank you for having a good laugh with us. Okay, so I'm going to come to Alison Buttle now. So, hi, Alison. It's good to know that you're there, and thank you for coming on this evening. And I'm just so sorry that this has gone on like this, but as you say, it's a bit like two Ronnies here. So, Alison, I've got to give you a big piece of cake, which is lovely, but I feel as though it's as though it's ginger, and it's got a little bit of spice in, and this is for you to get a bit of spice back in your life, if I can say it like that. And it's once again same as Stargazer. It's a bit as though you've been held, and now it's your time to come on and go. I have got you walking dogs, actually, because I've got a couple of dogs in the world of spirit. I feel as though there's one like a collie, and the other's like a German shepherd, and they're walking alongside you, and these dogs are giving you the support and the loyalty. I feel as though the German shepherd had problems with its hips, as they do, because its back end is a little bit low. So so this is what's coming, but it's loyalty for you, Alison. I don't know if you feel as though somebody's actually not actually hurt you, but I do feel as though there's sort of disturbances going on with people around you, and you need the loyalty. You don't want to keep these friends that aren't very nice. You've got to have the friends that are lovely, that you give them the support and they give you the support back. And this is what's missing. So it's to spice this life up a little bit, and so get you into different areas of your life and different areas and things going on. So it's a case of now it's time for you to do what you want rather than pleasing everybody else, if that makes sense. So I hope that does make sense to you, Alison, because you're obviously a lovely person. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards. I'm trying to get somebody else on for you. I have got a gentleman in the world of spirit coming in just to give you a little bit of, he's sitting you on a chair, and he's saying you need now to be not in the corner. It sounds silly, but he's saying you don't need to be in the corner anymore. You need to get yourself out of there. Okay? So we're now getting into the. You don't need to be in the corner anymore. You need. So now. So Alison, you've got justice here. And justice is not to judge others. This is you not judging anybody, but remember, you've got to have the loyal friends. So these dogs are keeping your friends loyal. So everybody walks on their own path. So you can't judge anybody else, but there's no point in having toxic people around you, my love. You've got to have the people that love you and respect you. Okay, so I hope, Alison, that made sense. I'm sorry about the breaking up. of the internet tonight, but hey, it's one of those things. The fascinating thing, everybody, is that we can talk online all over the world. It's really, really good, and it's a pleasure to work with you all. So I'm just going to get my pen because I don't know who I'm going to. So and Alison. So I hope that made sense, Alison. Right, I'm coming to Rebecca now. So hiya, Rebecca. Thank you for coming on this evening. Now, I know in the background, my son has got his exercise bike, and I've got somebody here giving you, Rebecca, the exercise bike, and like in the gym and getting yourself going and getting yourself off and going. And this is wonderful, because it's as though you need to get yourself going, and it's like, oh yeah. But what they're saying is, remember, it's the balance of everything. It's not just the getting going, it's the sleeping, it's the eating, and it's the balance in all things, including giving yourself, once again, a pat on the back. Because, Rebecca, I think you've kind of got into the stage of you're trying so hard, but you're not remembering to praise yourself for doing very, very well. So, and well done, by the way, Rebecca, because I feel as though you've done so well for a few people, and you just don't realise what you've done for everybody. Because I've got a lady here who's just in spirit, and she's just going, and she's sending love and kisses, and she's just saying thank you for everything. She's taking me to a grave, and she's just saying, we're not there. Enjoy the flowers yourself, because this is lovely. But she is giving you the flowers and the merit and the credit for doing things. So I think you've sort of got yourself into a situation that you've done one thing, so now you're exercising a lot, if that makes sense. But yes, exercise, but the saying, please get the balance. Okay, Rebecca, I hope that makes sense, because you certainly do a lot for a lot of other people. So they are saying thank you, and they are giving you the credits that you so richly deserve. So I know this is Six of Cups, and that kind of represents being a bit naive, and it's a lovely picture, but just give yourself the balance, my love. I hope that made sense, because you deserve a lot. So, but they are sending loads of flowers for you. Okay, Rebecca. Right, Steph. Yeah. All right. So you're talking about your dog there. I'll just put my glasses on because I can't see it. I've got new lenses in my eyes, which is lovely for driving, but I can't see anything else. His behaviour is due to cycle. Right. All right. I'll go with what I can and say, I've got, and I will say this for your wonderful dog, that you've rescued. It's going to take a bit of time, but it's a bit more of attention and keeping his mind going. Is at the moment it is a bit of psychology because of what he's gone through, but I do feel as though this behaviour is attention, and you need what I'm feeling is I'm being drawn to Graham Hall that does the dog trainer. He's very, very good. But I've got these these new dog toys that you put they're not necessarily Kongs, but it's like a mat that to sort of get the noses right in, and it's scent, and it's all this kind of work, and that's what they need. This I feel as though this dog needs. But well done you for taking a wonderful rescue dog on. I do feel as though it's just a bit of attention seeking and a bit of work, but if you think about what's gone on, it does ruin the minds a bit. And the dogs, at the end of the day, they don't do anything wrong. It's a case of dogs and animals will do things for instinct rather than wrong. It's us that classes them, but it's instinct. But you are superb. I've got a lady here that's ringing you. I don't know who she is, whether she was a grandma, but it's as though the old-fashioned phone, and she's ringing you, and it's as though she used to ring you an awful lot, Steph. And she's lovely, and she's trying to help you with the dog because she's playing ball with it. And it's running after the ball, pouncing on the ball and chewing the ball. I'm getting all wet in it. Excuse me. And this is what's going on. So, but she says, I feel as though Steph, you've been a bit lonely, because she's just talking about ringing and ringing and ringing. So she's saying, I am still here, you know. All you've got to do is talk to me, and I'll try and get messages back. She's talking about a ring. I don't know if you got a ring, but she's talking about this ring, and she's just saying I feel as though you should have it, and she's saying she wanted it to come to you. So I don't feel as though your dog's in pain. I do feel as though it's more psychological, and I feel as though it needs attention, and it's craving this attention. Okay, my love. So I hope that made sense, Steph, and thank you for coming on. I'm going to do you a card, and we'll see what we get. Very strange tonight, because I usually do lives on my own, but with Bob usually coming on and telling us what to do, the way we're doing it. Right. So 6 of Wands. So Steph, this is you. It's journeying on, and don't be afraid of moving forward in your life. Sometimes things can seem a bit daunting, but you will get where you need to be. So don't hold back. Just keep yourself going. But I do feel as though you will, the dog, you will get help with the dog. And I feel as though it's lovely. Hi, Bob. So it's lovely. So I hope that made sense, my love. Right. So we've done Steph and Alison and Rebecca. Yeah. That's okay, Steph. Thank you for coming on. Right, Mason I've got a Mason up here at the top. We're looking forward to your talk. Okay. Okay, Mason. So try and have a drink between each reading, because it just helps me cut off one to another. I've got a lady here who's got scissors, Mason, and it's as though it's as though there's something that needs to be cut away from you. It's as though you're being tied to something. So I don't quite know what you're tied to, but it's as though I feel as though you need a release. And I've got to make you breathe, because I feel as though you're kind of tense all the time, and this is how you need to release. It's more to do with breath work, and it's more to do with just standing back and thinking, right here, right now, right here, right now. I'm okay. I'm listening. I'm talking. I'm fine. But it's releasing the tension that's around you, Mason. So it's I don't know what's going on, but you need to do things that you want to do if you can. Get your old, if I say go back to being a child and doing the things that you liked to do when you were younger, just to get this freedom back, the freedom to be you rather than to hold on to everybody else's chores and to be doing this and to be doing that and to be doing the other and getting yourself all in a knot, because I feel as though you really, really need to release the knot and let it go. So I don't know what it is that's causing this knot, but it just needs to, you need to relax and just let things go. It's easy to say relax. It's easy to say breathe. When you're in the thick of things, it's difficult. But sometimes just 2 minutes of meditation, 2 minutes, and it just helps. It just brings you back to earth. As most of you know on here, I love horses. Horses are one of the things in life that actually ground you. They really, really do. So, so with that, I'm coming in with a gentleman who was a miner. I don't feel as though he was necessarily a miner in this country. I think it was abroad, because he's bringing me a pit pony, but it's not a small pony. It's kind of a bigger one. And he's giving you the strength and the light, and he's saying you'll always be able to know where you're going, because you'll be able to follow the light. And he's giving you this pony for the strength, and he's saying all the tubs now that are filled up behind you, we're unloading. So this is the tension going away. So please, I hope that made sense to you, Mason, because I've no idea what's going on, but it's just a case of releasing this tension. Okay, so I'll pull a card. Ooh. This is the Devil card. Now, that card signifies not necessarily somebody else being a devil, but it's kind of, it can be you that's causing things yourself. Like, I love chocolate, and you can tell when I've eaten too much chocolate because I get nice big spots. So instead of going to the cupboard and getting a bar of chocolate out, I ought to go do something else. So this is me being a devil to myself, of course, because I'm reaching for the chocolate and I shouldn't be. So sometimes an addiction is like the devil card. Okay, it can be somebody else, but I think with you, it's more yourself that's holding yourself in, and you need that relaxation. So I hope that made sense, Mason. So see where we are now.
True.
Right. How's it going, Bob? Right. Right, let's have a look. Right, can I come to Craig, please? And that snuggle blanket sounds absolutely lovely, Steph. Well done. So can I come to Craig, please? I hope you can understand my broad Yorkshire accent there, Craig, because I was with somebody today giving a reading, and she couldn't understand some of the words that I was saying, and I thought, yeah, it's my accent. So I'm ever so sorry if you're struggling with the Yorkshire accent here. Right, Craig, chin up. Chin up. I've got a lady here putting a thumb under your chin and going, chin up. So it's a case of understand that you are somebody to be proud of. Be proud of yourself. Walk down the road with your chin held high. You don't have you've nothing to be ashamed of. This is what the Spirit is saying. So I don't know what's been going on, but I feel as though you've been walking around with your head down and like this. Don't, because they're saying, no, get your chin up. Let's see you walk. Let's see you getting on with life. I've got to say, I'm walking around some banks. I don't know if you need to get your finances put in order, but it's a case of don't be afraid to go and ask, and don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, because there's a lady in spirit once again, and I feel as though, I don't know if she's once again a grandma, or because they all come in all at the same time sometimes, but she's just literally lifting your head up, and she's just saying, will you please give yourself this confidence, because it's not that you can't do things. You've got to think about other people and how they go about their lives, because a lot of people pretend, and it's the pretending that gets them through. So Craig, just kind of pretend to be your favorite movie star. Get your chin up, get walking, and you'll be fine. I do feel as though you want to put some hiking boots on for some reason, and I do feel as though you're walking down old railway lines, if that makes sense, and old railway embankments. And I do feel that you like wildlife, because I'm seeing you walking down these railway embankments and looking at the wildlife. But they're saying you also need some company. So please get this company. I have got a gentleman in the world of spirit who is taking me to a pub. And it's saying the Three Lions. Now, I don't know whether that's a football connection or a pub connection, but he's taking me to a pub and he's saying cheers. So he's giving me some proper beer, some ale. He's saying ale, and he's saying, have a drop, it'll do you good, but have a pint and it's all right. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, Craig, but please just give yourself this little bit of confidence, because you are okay. You're doing really well. And they are certainly saying, get your chin up, my love. Get your chin up and get out there and get them told. That's what they're bringing in. So we've got the Page of Pentacles here. Now, the Page card is somebody that is trying to do something but doesn't have the experience. So with you, they've brought the Page, but they're saying you have got the experience and you can do it. So stop being the Page and start getting to be the Prince and the King. All right, my love. So I'm going to leave you there, Craig. I hope that's okay for you. Right. Anybody else? Right. Right. So I've got James here. Hiya, James. It's good to know that you're here. I'm sorry, Bob, but it's the way of it tonight. Right. James, I've got you doing like Lego, building Lego. And it's as though you're building Lego. And it's good. You're doing really, really well with it. But sometimes you've got to just give up and start again. Like Bob tonight. Sometimes you've just got to give it up and start again from scratch. Because I feel as though this Lego is sort of, it's to do with, I don't know if you work or something, but trying to work out what this Lego's about. And it's as though there's something that you're doing that you just can't make sense of. It's a bit like this reading, and you just can't make sense of it. So give it up, walk away, and start again. Because James, you're wasting too much energy on it, my love. So when the time is right, you'll find that you will get back on. You will be able to sort it out. I'm trying to work out what it is you're trying to do. Because they're not saying what it is. I do have a lady, I feel as though she's an aunt who loved to bake, and she's coming in with pastries and balls and things, and she's saying even she had disasters. So whatever it is, it's time to leave it and start again. Just leave it. Whether it's a relationship or something. But I do feel as though it needs to be put to one side and start again. This lady is she's just saying, remember, you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. So whatever it is, just know that the spirits are with you, but sometimes it's a case of leave it alone and go do something different. I have got a gentleman here who loved his garden because he's coming in digging. He's got a spade and he's digging. And he's saying, I never found any gold, but I always found some mud. And he's laughing, but he's saying, as long as I've got my wellies on and the right clothes, I'm okay. And he's giving this to you to say that you're okay. You will be okay. All right, my love. So, yep. So I've just pulled the 8 of Swords out. So you need to kind of get out of this situation and give yourself that freedom. There's no point in using the energy now. Just get away from it. Okay. So is that was James. So I don't think there's anybody else now that I need to come to. So I'm going to ask Bob if he's okay. How's it going, Bob? Can you hear anything, Bob? No. Okay, guys. So it doesn't sound as though Bob's getting anything at all. Yeah, fake it to make it. That's about right. Well done, Rebecca. I know that they're doing blankets for people that like heavy weights on the bed now, and they're filling them with all sorts of things to make it heavier. And that, but to me, if you just, we used to when I was younger, we didn't have central heating and things like this. So in the bedroom it got really, really cold. So we used to put coats on the top of our beds and and everything. We used to pile clothes and coats on and everything. So that's what we used to do. And I mean, I remember waking up and there was ice on the inside of the windows and things like this. But it's I can't do that now. I've got to keep the house warm because I just can't do without heat. So I don't know what's happened with Bob. I know that as I said earlier, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I remember it well. We used to have a coal fire, and we lived in a back-to-back 2-bedroom. I don't even think it had two. It had 2 bedrooms because my mum and dad had 1 bedroom and had the attic put up on top. So yeah, I'll just check my phone just to see if it's Bob, because it could be Bob, but no. Sorry, folks. I know I've got try to keep an eye just in case Bob's getting back to us. No, okay, right. So, oh, it's all right, Diane. You're not late really. There's nothing going on, but you can have a message if you want. It's a crazy night. Bob can't get on. I couldn't get on. Bob sent me another link, so I'm on now. But Bob's having real issues tonight. So, and we're all having a good laugh about it because it's a bit like one of those old comedy sketches. So it's a brilliant show. Yeah. Okay, Diane. So I'll just have a drink now. Diane, I've got somebody here. Thank you. I've got somebody here putting a tiara on your head or a crown, and it's lovely. It's as though you need to be recognised for what you've done, because Diane, you've done really well. I don't know who you've been looking after, but I feel as though you've done a lot of work for in particular one person, and they're saying, "Well done, you." I have got to give you a trifle because I feel as though somebody's a trifle deaf, and it's terrible. It's a bit like working with Bob on here tonight. It's crazy when you're yelling at people and they don't hear, and they're just saying, "Well done, you. Well done for having the patience and the love to keep going." I've got to also give you a chocolate eclair, and it's lovely. The cream in it is beautiful, but they're giving you the sweetness as well, Diane, because once again, they're all here shouting yippee, yippee. So whatever's gone on, you've done really, really well. I don't know if somebody's, speaking of heating, I don't know if somebody's trying to turn the thermometer down in your house, but I feel as though somebody's turning it down and then somebody else is turning it back up again, and it's kind of a war of the heater. But they're having a laugh about this in the spirit world. I have also got to give you a gentleman who loved boats, because he's in a fishing boat and is casting the line out, and he's saying, you need to cast your line out a bit further, Diane. So whatever you're trying to get, you're trying too close to home. So you need to sort of cast your line out a little bit. So you will get what you need. I feel as though somebody used to either have an off-license shop that used to sell cigarettes, because I've got packets and packets and packets of cigarettes that were for sale. I don't feel as though they smoked them themselves, but I do feel as though this was a lot of the makeup of the shop. So it's I think, I don't know if they were aunts and uncles that had this shop, but they're certainly coming in just to say hi and to give you the upliftment. I've also got a hamster, and this hamster's going round and round and round in its little wheel. And to me, when this comes up, it's as though you're going round and round and round with a situation that's going on around you. The only thing to stop the situation is to get off the wheel if you can. So just take time out and think about how to get off the wheel. Okay. But I'm glad you said about your granddad having the shop, because he's certainly coming in and he's kind of stocking things in this shop, and he's saying to you, you need to kind of keep an idea of what's where, because this is the circle. It's as though you're getting yourself all confused and everything about things. So get your items in order, do a stock check, and I feel as though you will be okay. But they're certainly coming in and they're shouting, we love you loads, and get the safety pins put away. I don't know, I feel as though you've had some safety pins still up from Christmas decorations or something, and they all need to go away. They're giving you the strength card, my love. This is inner strength for you. And it's the quiet strength. It's not the bullying sort of strength. It's the strength to get people and get things to do things quietly and gently. It's persuasion rather than force. All right. So I'm going to leave you with that, Diane, and thank you for listening to me. Are you around now, Bob? No. So I don't know. Can anybody tell me what time this finishes, please? Because I've not got a clue. So it's been a fun night tonight, everybody. Poor Bob. It's one of those things. But I know when I've been working, when I was married, both my husband and I were radio hams. Thank you. Thanks for that. So we'll be going off shortly. Once somebody left the mics open, and we were sat having a discussion in the car, and it broadcast everywhere. So So this is how things happen. Anyway, it's coming up to time. We're 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock, so thank you for that. Thank you for all the messages. Thank you to Bob for trying to get us on there. Although it says so. I'm
in the background.
You're in the background. Are you? What time do you want us to finish there, Bob? Because it's 55 minutes 38 at the minute. Do you want me to continue waffling? Right. So all right. I think Rebecca's gonna go. I think with do you want us to finish now, Bob?
I can hear you.
Can you? Okay. Well, we've got a few comments. People are saying
4 minutes left.
4 minutes left. Okay, so we're all right, guys. You can still sit and listen.
That's okay. I would say thank you for Janet giving all them being there, because it's been on and off.
Oh dear. Right. It's been on and off, and that's the way it's gone. Thank you for coming on, everybody. It's been lovely giving messages, and it's been lovely that you've all been there. Thank you for the feedback, and if we've made everybody laugh tonight and given some proof that spirits are there looking after you, then that's all we can do. Thank you once again, and I think I'm going to close now because it's going mad. That's if I can. So I'm going to love you all and leave you all. Thank you for everything. Good night. God bless.